Hello guys and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video we're going to be gaining an understanding on what is WordPress. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just before we get started with WordPress, what exactly is it? WordPress is a popular and versatile content management system, and it's used for creating and managing websites. What it's most notable for is the ease of use, the flexibility, and the vast array of features. Now here are some key points about WordPress. Number one, it is an open source software. So WordPress being open source, meaning that it's free to use and modify. And there are actual certain software pieces that you can use so that you have a local hosting as well as a local database, and I will demonstrate that later on in the video when you are trying to set up for a WordPress site, just so you can test it out. But it's developed and maintained by a community of contributors, so you have a vast amount of people to help you out if you do get stuck or lost when you are using WordPress itself. Number two, it's very user-friendly. So one of the reasons for its widespread popularity is its user-friendly interface. This makes it accessible even to those with limited technical expertise, and that allows them and yourself to create and manage websites without needing to know any code. So that is one of the main advantages, I would say, is, okay, it sounds a bit scary, WordPress, and the fact that, yes, it's a content management system. It's not like a website builder or something that you can see straight away, but I can assure you that it is a user-friendly platform to work on, and the fact that you don't need to know any code makes it even better. So you do have that option to code, but you don't need to if you don't want to. If you just want to make a simplistic looking website, that's no problem at all. WordPress can supply that. Number three is the vast amount of themes as well as plugins. WordPress offers a wide range of themes and plugins. Themes allow users to change the design and layout of their websites easily. Plugins extend the functionality of WordPress, enabling additional features like contact forms, SEO tools, e-commerce capabilities, and so much more. Number four is the content management. Now, it's a powerful tool for content management, allowing users to easily create, edit, and publish web content. This includes text, images, and videos, which makes it a popular choice for bloggers, news sites, and content creators. Another point is its SEO friendliness, so this brings us up to point 5. WordPress sites tend to be SEO friendly, so as the platform is designed with best practices for SEO, additional SEO plugins can further enhance this capability. So with that said, there are other plugins like Rank Math, Yoast SEO, All-in-One SEO. Really just depends on the preference of the user. It all comes down to trial and error and testing out each of the different plugins just before you're comfortable with actually doing a purchase plan, or if it is free, then that's even a better bonus. Number 6, as I've mentioned before, you have that community support. So being a widely used platform, WordPress has a large active community, and this means there's a wealth of tutorials, forums, and resources available for support and learning. And on top of that, say you're feeling a bit lazy, no problem at all, you could just hop on YouTube, search the specific issue that you're having, and I'm sure there's going to be a vast amount of YouTube tutorials based on that particular topic. We, of course, have created several different WordPress tutorials as well, so feel free to check out Profile Tree on our main channel and have a browse through. But anyway, number 7, it's got its versatile use. WordPress is incredibly versatile and can be used for a wide variety of websites, including personal blogs, corporate websites, e-commerce stores, portfolios, and so much more. So it does have that huge potential that you can use it for. And it is great the fact that it allows for multiple different platforms. You can have an online store, you can have just a brochure website. Really just depends, again, on what the user needs. Are they going to create an online presence to serve the community for e-commerce? Or are they going to be serving nationwide? Really just depends on yourselves. You could be creating a non-e-commerce website to promote your business more so other locals could see it around your area, or of course, as well as that, again, you could be doing nationwide. So it really, again, just depends on who is creating the website and what the requirements are. So number 8 is hosting requirements. So this is the part that I was mentioning earlier on. While WordPress software itself is free, you still need a domain name as well as web hosting to install and use it. So this is typically a paid service offered by various hosting providers. So that is something to note. Now, what we will be doing for this video is, yes, we will be showcasing WordPress itself. However, I'm going to get you guys to completely do it for free. So that means you don't have to pay for a domain name. You don't have to pay for a web hosting. You don't have to pay for a database. All you would need to do is, if you want to trial out WordPress just to see if you are comfortable with it, or you're comfortable enough to use it, or you just want to trial it out, then we'll go through these steps in doing so. Now keep a note, there are 2 different platforms of WordPress. There's WordPress.com and that there is also WordPress.org. Now with these 2 different versions of WordPress, WordPress.org is a self-hosted version. So if you're looking for more of a platform to use for free as well as host it yourself, then WordPress.org is the platform for you. WordPress.com is a hosted service that offers a more limited version of WordPress, but with an easier setup and maintenance. So this could be more preferred for anyone who's starting off, or just a beginner, or just not too technical with anything else. Now, just before we wrap this up, just explaining the core functionality of WordPress itself. As it is core, WordPress also allows users to create and manage their websites content like images, videos, and text through that user-friendly interface, and you can also create a website using visual code. So if you are a little bit more technical, you can have more of a link. So depending how you connect the platforms, of course with the use of different plugins as well, then you will be able to create more detailed parts to WordPress itself. But now that we have more of an understanding on what WordPress is all about, we're going to go ahead and hop on to the platform itself and check out how to actually sign up for free and just get started for free. So here we have it. This is local. Now this is where you can actually do a WordPress development local to your machine. So that's where it gets the name from, local WP. So currently it is the most preferred tool to be used, and what's even better is you can download completely for free. So more of a background story on local WP. This was actually known as Local by Flywheel, and it is a pretty popular development application, and it's designed for managing and developing WordPress websites on your personal computer. It allows WordPress developers and designers to create a local WordPress environment quickly and easily for testing, development, and design purposes. So it is good for those who may have an issue with, say, internet connection. So very unlikely, but if you need a place where you can just quickly edit and design or do a couple of changes, then this is the perfect tool for you. It's number 1, easy setup. So local WP simplifies the process of setting up the WordPress site. It manages the creation of web server, PHP, and MySQL on your local machine, so you don't have to configure these components manually. You also have the isolation of projects as well. So each project you create in local WP is contained in its own environment. This means the configuration of one site doesn't affect another. And that, again, is ideal for testing different themes, plugins, as well as settings. Number 3, what's great about local is you have that live link feature. So one of its notable features is the ability to share a live link of your local site. This is useful for showing your work to clients or colleagues without having to deploy the site on a live server. Another thing is you have that compatibility and flexibility. So local WP is compatible with both Windows and Mac OS. It offers flexibility in terms of PHP versions, allowing you to test your site on different PHP environments. So as I was saying there, you've got your different features like live links, connect, cloud backups, image optimizer, and add-ons. So you're not really short on any of the different options. Again, this platform itself has different options. Like you've got database options or database access, and that provides easy access to the website's database, making it convenient for any developer to directly interact with database for testing or development purposes. You have integration with web hosts as well. So while it is a standalone tool, local WP can integrate with various web hosting providers, particularly those optimized for WordPress, and this makes it easier to push a local site to a live hosting environment. And if you are unsure as well with local, and the reason why I'm recommending it is useful for all skill levels. So it could be for those who are beginners, who are learning WordPress, to advanced developers coding custom themes and plugins. It really is suitable for all skill levels, which is why I'm recommending it. There are debugging tools on this as well, so it includes tools like WP CLI, Mailhog for email testing. You've got Xdebug for debugging PHP code. So a range of different tools to use in terms of web development. Now, if you are looking for a form of WordPress hosting, you can simply just select the WordPress hosting here. They are with WP Engine, so you can choose to use WP Engine if you wish. They are supported by them, as you can see. So there's local, Flywheel, ACF, StudioPress, and Delicious Brains. But what we have currently at the minute there, as you can see, is a couple of different plan options like Light, Startup, Professional, Growth, and Custom. So Light starting at £10, Startup is starting at 12, Professional 24, Growth 45, Custom at 468. I would recommend the Startup, especially if you are quite literally just starting up. You'll get one site and 25,000 visits per month. Now, you don't have to use WP Engine. You can use another form of hosting, but I would say that if you have created a website through here, it will be a little bit more easier if you just select the following, which of course is WP Engine. But there are other places as well where you can get hosting as well. So like you've got GoDaddy, you've also got Hostinger as well, and they all have their own website builders for WordPress. They've all got WordPress integrations, so I would highly recommend to choose and pick other ones as well, but local I would say is the most preferred. Anyway, jumping on to local, this is what it looks like, pretty much bare bones. So what we have here is on our left side, we've got all the necessary items that we need. So you got your local sites, you've got your connect, you've got your blueprints, you've got your add-on. So blueprints is actually new. We currently have 0 sites running, which makes sense. We've just opened it up. I have 3 different development sites there, but we'll not go through that today. Easy enough to create a local site. So simply just select add local site on the bottom left. It'll then ask you, do you want to create a new site? Do you want to create from a blueprint? Or do you want to use a existing zip or drag a file into the window or to import a site? So say you are developing a website and you don't want to remove it from its online presence to do some maintenance work. Best thing to do is to download the backup file from WordPress itself, keep that zip file, go ahead and drag and drop, and that means that you can import that site onto local. So once you have done that, or once you have either imported your site or create a site from Blueprint, what we'll do for, of course, this demonstration is we'll just create a new site. So if you're a beginner, go ahead and create a new site. This is where you type in your site's name. So I'm just going to go ahead and say test. It's not going to really matter too much. No one's going to see this, but more reference to yourself, especially if you are building several different websites. You have your advanced options there, like the local site domain. Currently what it's on is test.local, and we could even see the site path. So if we want to take a look at the different files on what this test website is, all I would need to do is visit local sites /test, and I can actually browse that if I need to. Once you're happy enough, go ahead and select continue. I would always 100% recommend the preferred rather than the custom. If you know what you're doing, select custom. You can go ahead and select your different version for PHP, your different web server. What we have here is Nginx or Apache. I would just recommend to use Nginx, which is the standard. With the database, again, I would just recommend to use MySQL, which is the latest version. It's 8.0.16. So that is just personal preference, what you want to do here for the custom. Go ahead and select preferred. What we have here anyway is PHP 8.1.9, web servers Nginx with the MySQL version 8.016. Happy enough, then go ahead and click continue. And this is where you type in your WordPress username and WordPress password. Again, what I'm going to do is test and test. So of course, make sure that you place in your proper username and proper password. And this is the WordPress email that is connected to it. With the advanced options, I can go ahead and say whether this is going to be a multi-site. So I have that option as well. I can have a subdirectory or a subdomain, but I'm just going to go ahead and say no. Add that site. This will then give you that little loading screen that, okay, it's going to create this site for you. It's provisioning the services. So all we need to do is patiently wait. But again, WP Local is a popular choice for WordPress development, mainly just because it streamlines and simplifies the development process. You don't really need to think about anything else. Just a couple of clicks and you've got a dummy sort of website where you can do some development work. You could do some adjustments to the site that is currently live. You could practice on it. So it has a lot of uses when you are using local. So you can see it's adding that WordPress site onto here now. It's going to be just a nice base foundation website that we need in order to create our site. So I'll skip ahead until this is complete. Once completed, you can see we have everything that we need here, and it's actually activated the site for us. And how I know that is because it says one site running, so I can go ahead and stop all. But all we need to do here, just before we hop onto the WP admin, you want to make sure that you select the one-click admin. Make sure that that is on, not off. You can select the admin then, and I'm just going to go ahead and select test. That's the one that we've created. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into WP admin. This will then redirect yourselves onto here, and I'm going to go ahead and share that screen now. So here we have it. This is the WordPress dashboard, and this is where you're pretty much free to do anything that you would like to do. Here you have the options to go ahead and add some themes. Here you have the options to add some plugins. And again, if you already have a site, you can go ahead and export that site in or import that site in. Really just depends on what you want to do. So of course we'll import that site in, and this is where we can do so. So that is pretty much it. You have your different themes here. So if you just want to take a look at it, you've got 2024, 2023, 2022. You've got multiple different options as well, just like so. So a whole load of different themes to use for. And then if you want to take a look at some of the plugins, they have a bunch of different plugins. So you're not really going to run out of options for it. So if I needed to search up for SEO, so just like I mentioned earlier on, you have Yoast SEO, Rank Math SEO, all-in-one SEO. So you've got all that. In terms of security, you may have to go through third-party ones, and then you can actually upload that plugin if need be. But they have some as well, like all-in-one security, solid security, WordFence security, and then if we take a look at here, If you want an e-commerce site, you can go ahead and just search up e-commerce, and it'll actually pull up WooCommerce. That's the one that you really need, WooCommerce. It's the only way you can convert your WordPress website into e-commerce website or non-e-commerce site. If you want to make things a little bit easier for yourself, there is a WordPress website builder where it turns your WordPress site into a drag and drop builder, and it's called Elementor. So it's called Elementor Website Builder. So this has a drag and drop functionality, and then you can pretty much create a simple basic website through Elementor itself. You do have the options as well to code if you need to, and again, you have the luxury of visual code. So that's another platform you can download and create a site from. So if you need to look and see the site, so it will just be a basic site. You can see here, there's test, so that's your header. You've got your different sections here, as well as your footer. If you want to customize it, just on the WordPress platform itself, just select Edit Site. It'll tell you what page you're on here, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit that. So this is where we'll be able to edit the site. So currently we're on blog home. So let's see here. This is where we can go ahead and insert some blocks. So we've got different patterns. We've got different blocks. We've got different media as well. So just say if you wanted to add another section onto this, just go ahead and select the following. Go ahead and select all patterns, and you'll have the option here to go ahead and click and select, and you can pretty much form a simple website here. So hello world, and then I can change that to H6. So really it just all depends on how you want to create the website itself. Then of course you have your different pages as well. Let's see if this loads. Just like so. So everything is pretty much here, or everything that you need is here. But to increase that functionality, I would recommend to use Elementor or any other platform that you guys might want to pick. Elementor really is the main one, so that is why I'm recommending to use that, and it can just make your site that much better. Just to show, all you need to do is go to plugins, go to add new plugin, and then we're going to search for Elementor, just like so. And then go ahead and select install now. Then you can see all your different pages as well. You can go ahead and customize it. It's very simple to use. So once you have selected install, it will just take a little minute there, and then you can go ahead and click activate, and just like so. So it'll give you this screen, and it's going to say Elementor, where you link your account. Go ahead and do so. So I already have one, so I'm just going to skip ahead and show you what Elementor looks like. So I've just skipped ahead to number 5 here. I can go ahead and edit a blank canvas with Elementor Editor, or I can create a professionally designed template or import my own. I'm just going to select the blank canvas with the Elementor Editor. So once you are loaded, this is how it's going to look. You've got your nice lovely sample page here, and of course you've got your navigator as well. So this is your navigator. So if I even drag a widget in there, it gives you more of a bit of information on what you've dragged in. Of course, if you have unlocked the full account, so I'm just using a dummy account here, but with the Pro, you've got your different posts, portfolio, and so on, call to action buttons. So you will really unlock everything that you need in order to build that website. So I would recommend to unlock the full amount for Elementor. You do have a theme builder as well. So if you need to get more of an understanding on what you need, so like a header, a footer, single page, single post, again, you will really benefit on having that upgrade. So if we go back, just like so, we'll leave that. Oh. You do have your other options as well, like site settings, user preferences, apps, and so on. So I would highly recommend to use Elementor, more for the fact that it will make your life easier when you are creating that website. But guys, hopefully that gives you an understanding on what WordPress is all about and the full potential on building a website on it. So if you found this video helpful, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.